And hello everyone, and welcome into the world of The Legend of Heroes Trails through Daybreak. I am BogMod. We're back to it again. Doesn't feel like it was that long since I finished Trails into Reverie. But I suppose it's been a month or whatever. Typical rules apply. I am going to be using a guide. It is a spoiler-free guide. I would like my playthrough to be spoiler-free. So if you have comments, don't spoil me on things. If I ask a question, and it would be a spoiler to answer it, don't answer it until we've gotten past the spoiler point of the story. Or I explicitly say something like, hey, feel free to spoil me on this point, but blank, 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 blank. Then you can. Otherwise, yeah, I would like to go through this. I've been looking forward to this. Reverie was alright. Wasn't amazing, but I have been interested in the Calvard stuff. It's been percolating and waiting for me. It's definitely the little bits they did to set up that game, this game, interested me a lot more than how Daybreak went, or Reverie went. And maybe we'll talk about Reverie more as we play through, but let's do it just a normal, regular game. I'm not here to do some crazy sort of mechanics exploitations or anything. I'm here to enjoy the story and play the game. August 26th, 12:08, 8:50 p.m. Esprit. The Calvard Republic. So if Erebonia was Prussia, somewhere in the capital city of Edith. I guess it's supposed to be like a mix of America / France with their history. And their rivalry with Erebonia. Graphics seem to have gotten better.
There you go. Brought the goods. Wasn't easy to find this, you know.
Faces are
around
pretty
every
the same,
damn
though.
antique shop in the capital before we came across it.
Yeah, and now my legs hurt like a bitch for it. Gonna hurt something fierce tomorrow.
Well earned, I'm sure.
Open the case so we can confirm its contents then.
This does appear to be what the boss has asked for.
It looks authentic to me too.
This ain't no knockoff. It's the real thing. So, we good for $1 million?
And where did you pull that figure from?
I believe we agreed on 100,000 Mira down, and 300,000 more upon completion of the job.
Yeah, well, that was then, and this is now. Inflation ain't pretty, you feel me? Doesn't sound very fair that we busted our asses for something so important only for a little loose change.
And there's a lot of rumors.
You're asking for less than triple.
How about it? You treat us right, and this could be the start of something real nice here.
Huh. Interesting.
I suppose you do deserve a little extra something.
The hell?
It's a normal gun.
You gotta be kidding me.
I don't know if that's more dangerous or not.
Oh, you think we won't play?
The knife is probably more dangerous.
What is this?
Huh. Should have known your place.
Word to the wise. Don't try to blackmail someone higher up on the food chain.
Damn it. The cops! When did they start patrolling down here?
Idiots. Must have been on your tail.
Let's just get out of... Wait, what?
He ran off the goods. The mystery goods.
Where did it go?
I don't know any better than you! What are you doing down here?
Here. We're done. Let's scram.
We ain't gonna wait around to get busted neither.
This wasn't how it's supposed to go! Suspects in sight!
Seems that tip paid off. Apprehend them.
Ooh. Active
Even
camouflage.
those dumbasses in the police force have their uses once in a while.
We have been seeing that with
Thing's
the
gotta be worth
Calvard
a
stuff.
shit ton of mirror if A wants it that bad. Guess I should check the Black Light District. Or maybe there would be a better place to start.
Still, to have his hands on that, some proliferation of very high-end military gear is happening.
Thanks for your patronage. Hope to see you again.
That's a cute hair braid thing. Is there a name for that braid? I feel like there's probably a name for that hairstyle.
Just you now. We're about to close for the
Now,
day.
I am familiar enough that I can identify that this is the protag here on the right. I've heard good things. Stubborn old man.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Dark blue-haired man. He's on his cell phone.
Come on. Gotta take this upstairs, Humes.
Humes. Don't know this kid. I didn't realize he was the Countess's kid.
I'm gonna go to bed then. Night-night.
Night-night. Grandpa loves you.
Oh.
Good night, sweetie. Don't forget to brush your teeth first, all right?
Okay, so Grandpa,
This one's on me, Van.
Mom, grandkid. I'm guessing Van. Given how they do hair colors in this game, I'm guessing Van is not related to the two.
Thanks. These little perks are why they call you the diva of the diner, you know?
Well, this diva's very welcome.
Think you can butter her up, do ya? You really shouldn't enable him.
I sure smell something brewing. And it ain't the coffee.
He does look like an older figure. 20s, probably. Mid to late 20s. Which also a change from our last three pro tags. I certainly think after the given where the game started, they've earned the right to kind of age up and mature a bit of the story, as hopefully their fan base is also ready for a little more.
Well, that's
little
another
older
dead
now.
end for me. I guess going above board for this is going to keep getting me nowhere fast. I think I'll have to take her advice after all. As bad as I feel exploiting loopholes in the law.
Is this going to be like
Bingo.
So I'm just reminded, going back to Crossbell, how because there was no specific law about hacking, you could do all sorts of espionage and sabotage and stealing of secrets and all that sort of stuff. Apparently, if you did it behind a computer.
It was stolen from an antique shop in
Oh.
the capital last weekend, but because it could have been stolen goods, the shop never reported it.
So, Kitty, we know that Renee is in this region. I'm guessing this is somehow related to her.
This has trouble written all over it.
Don't know who this blonde girl is yet.
I have no idea if this person even exists, but let's plug in that code she gave me.
I'm familiar. I know there's Van. I've seen enough to know there's him. There's the swordswoman. There's a fancy swordswoman. There's two of them. One's a bracer, one's a merc, and Reen ran into her. And I think... Who else do I think? No, that's all immediately coming to mind. I'm sure we'll see soon enough. Spriggan!
Oh, it worked after all.
Arkride Solutions Office. It's funny how in the first game, the idea of a computer was like a newly... like, phones barely existed. And at the span of like 5 in-game years, now we've got the internet. Are they using the exact same engine? No, I think actually the long blonde hair looks familiar to me. I think I might have seen pictures of her on the Twitters. I love beet. Well, it's good that kids like their vegetables.
This looks like the building. What an adorable bistro this is. It has such a welcoming storefront. Is the place I'm looking for really right above here?
Oh, are you a customer, perhaps? It's still breakfast hours if you're interested. Or is it the office upstairs you're here for?
It is the office, actually. Is this where I can find Arkride Solutions?
That's right. He only just finished breakfast himself, so I'm sure you'll still find him in his office. He might have gone back to bed, though, so don't be shy about knocking a few times to get his attention.
I'm guessing she probably attends the same school Ren does. Complicated matters. Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Well, it doesn't get more complicated than mine.
I think he's like a private eye type deal. Complicated matters only. I like that as a tagline for your business, for that kind of thing. I like it. It's very good.
First thing in the morning?
How dare people have complicated problems in the morning. He is very pro-tag hair, though.
You're not really here with a job, right?
I am. I have something I'd really like your help with.
Dark-haired pretty boy?
If you don't
very,
mind, sir.
very typical. Oh, he's got a little cactus. I like that.
Thank you very much. First, I'd like to tell you a little about myself. My name is Agnes Claudel.
Anya. Anya. All right. That's not how I was going to say her name. Thank you for letting me know. Anya. Anya Claudel.
I currently attend a school in the Ober district.
Armis Academy, yeah? Pretty famous school.
Yeah. We were told about that in the end of Trails into Reverie.
Guess you're a first-year student living in the dorms, Miss Claudel?
You're very well informed. Oh, was it my uniform that gave it away?
You got it. Though I think anybody who lives in Edith would recognize it. The first-year part's just my gut. You sure got the looks of a grown woman, but the way you carry yourself says it all.
You've got big boobs, is what he means.
I beg your pardon?
You have big boobs for a teenager. That's what he's saying.
The name's Van. Van Arkride. Don't got a clue how you found out about me. But if you know the 4SPG code, you gotta know what work I do here, right?
I do. You're a contractor people go to when they have a job they feel uncomfortable discussing with the police or the guild. I'm told people often refer to you as a Spriggan.
Now, my only familiarity with the term Spriggan is a fairy from, like, I want to say, Irish mythology? They're not exactly good. At least, you know, my understanding.
Close, but not quite. It's not just an issue of comfort. I take on jobs you flat out couldn't bring up to the authorities. Jobs so close to illegal, the cops hate me. You get that, right?
I think so.
Well, whatever. Just give me a rundown on what you want doing for starters.
So, his job is to do entirely legal things.
I'll decide whether to take it on after that.
Thank you. In that case.
Holy shit. They'll tell me Aramis gives all new students Zyphas these days. Those things are top of the line.
Alright, so I'm guessing a Zypha is more than just a cell phone, but also orbital tech for casting spells of death.
No, but, you're not far off. Please have a look at this.
An antique pocket watch. Wait.
It is a Zypha.
This is what I want your help with. I'd like your assistance in locating the old orbment in that image. It's a few decades old and a memento of a relative of mine. My great-grandfather.
Where'd you get this image?
It wasn't through an ordinary search engine, I'll say that. Records indicate it was stolen from an antique shop in the city a week ago.
I'm gonna assume you mean a special search app based on a P4 protocol exploit.
That's technobabble.
Not what I was expecting. I'll give it to you straight. Take this one to the cops or the guild. I don't know what kind of orbment this is, but it looks like it's got a whole lot of historical value. And you mentioned it was stolen. Likely some seedy folks are involved at this point. Besides, searching for a memento of a relative sounds like something those suckers at the guild would eat right up.
Oh, the suckers out helping civilians. The idiots.
So you say, but I can't. I just can't. I can't go to the police with this. And the guild is even more out of the question.
If you say so. Oh, I guess I should have put out something to eat with the tea, huh?
You know, I like his outfit. It's got good pro tag vibe. Maybe a few too many belt straps. Let's see, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 is probably too many belt strap type things.
Oh, speaking of food. This is from a popular cakery near our dorm. They only make 20 of them a day, and they're supposed to be really good.
This is Andalusia's late summer limited time edition. The specially made tart covered in Violette de Soleil figs from Oregon honey.
Van, are you a foodie?
You are something of an expert, I see.
I'm going to say this just as a random little aside, right? For those of you interested, like, who do role-playing games or, like, with pen and paper, like D&D type stuff, right? How your character is around food, what they eat, and what their homeland eats, not just, like, at one social level, but, like, at different social levels, is a really easy, natural way to introduce some characterization. It's very easy and natural, right? A favorite food, just, yeah, a few things that your culture favors at various class levels. Things like this, where he's clearly, with that response, he's a man who's deeply interested in food. And here's the thing, right? It's so cross-applicable, because everyone likes food. And you can build a lot of interesting story out of food with a character, right? A character who always eats quickly suggests a background where food may have been a bit scarce, right? You can do lots of easy things like that to add depth to a character with how they interact with food.
I just want to make this clear. I'm not doing this because I couldn't say no to that tart. Got it?
If you say so.
So you're kind of sort of sweets, huh? I thought you would have wolfed it right out the spot. We put it in the fridge with all the care given to a family heirloom. It's an Andalusia! And a sick freak wouldn't save it for an end-of-the-day treat. To live near that place. It must be nice being a student. We have a hard time getting the limited time ones, to be honest. So is Mr. Arkride. Are you really accepting my job, then? I'm not going to turn it down now. But that tart only got you in the front door. So you're going to have to pay my usual rate, and that's a hell of a lot more than what the guild charges. Not the money? No. Yeah, she goes to the famous super rich person in school. Her family has to be loaded. Well, worth even the most. He's as skeezy as you get, but there's no better guy in times like these. 6th district right about now. Near the river? Taking the subway then? Nah, let's get there at this hour. But I want this job done before the end of the day, so I can toast success with Miss Good Look at the fridge.
Then I'm counting on you, Mr. Arkride.
Same to you.
Alright. I'm glad that he's shifted his focus to his compliments about looks to the food, rather than the high school girl.
Van's fine, by the way.
If you're sure, then why don't you call me Agnes?
Anya's. Anya's. Okay. Her spelling is very not what I'm used to for that. Ah, okay. You're going to talk, use topic. Shop, interact. To-do list, login. So many things. Connect line display. Contact line display. Charge attack few battles. Dodge field attack. Okay. Save. Okay, what do we got? Into Riverside. Melrose paper. Hey, buddy. Miss? These are please. You got any new flavors? I'll take some of those. Oh, a tobacco joint. You hear me? Tobacco. It's your damn cans of paper. What's the number? Hey, money's money. If you don't want to sell those things, don't stock them. Freaking kids these days. Shop menu.
More candy again. Come back soon. More candy. Come back.
Ooh, main menu, achievements, equip items, orbments, tactics. Okay, okay. It's a different screen. So got the Sepith. Sepith Mass, the 7 types. Mirrors the money system. Oops. Oh, gourmet points. I didn't want to... Oh. So I'll get some points for using it. Okay. It's pretty cheap. I want to test.
Love me a sugar rush.
Okay, so we got points now.
Back soon. Quit dawdling and buy something.
Oh, and there's a check mark on it now. Okay.
Come back. Quit dawdling. Stay out of trouble.
Basics. Spriggan notebook. Map of Calvard. Nope. Well, then how do I... Archive mode. Okay, so Stealth Division, Hercules. Wait, I thought they used... Hold on a second. Oh, don't do this game. Okay, so my understanding was that they ultimately used the assassination attempt to justify the war. But apparently, no. The fact that Calvard sent their military forces into a foreign power, had them infiltrate, and engage in a firefight with military personnel and other acts of sabotage, was used for the quite entirely justified declaration of war at Calvard. Yet somehow, the Emperor ended up, and Erebonia, despite being in no position that they would have lost, did end up having to pay a whole bunch of reparations to the Calvard. That is that was one of those it's not a plot hole, but it's just dumb. Not a fan of that. Let's see. Has been paying reparations following the Battle of Jormungand. There we go. So, Erebonia, the victim of an aggressive military act by Calvard, launched a counterattack to respond to that act of war from the foreign power. They had technically probably a military edge, but because of the reasons, I guess the Emperor decided to punish his own people by paying reparations when he certainly wouldn't have had to. It's fault! No, game! You just mentioned it wasn't at fault. It's fault and acknowledging its fault. In 1206, 100 members of the infiltrated Erebonia. The influence discovered eventually used as justification for Erebonia's declaration of war on Calvard. Covert operations and sabotage. Special force under their Central Intelligence Division. So basically, the CIA moved a whole bunch of their special operatives into a foreign country, engaging in a whole lot of acts of military sabotage and the like. Were caught. It was used as justification for war. But apparently the victim of this was the one that had to pay the reparations. Oh, Bracer Guild. Hey, it's Fee, and I think that's Zin. That looks like an updated art of him, and that's the girl we've seen in the arts. Ouroboros, Grandmaster, interesting. Walter, I think. They've decided to use a picture of the Steel Maiden, even though she is passed on. Interesting. So dumb. So dumb. The goodwill towards our apartment. So there's two ways to write, right? There's where you have an end result that is the natural progression of the prior things you've written, and then there's you've chosen the end result first, and you decide to write to make that happen. And usually, if you do it that way, you can come to problems like this, where you're like, well, I want Calvard to have grown in power and follow this influx of money, yada yada yada. But we've already done all this setup that doesn't allow for it, so we're just gonna make Erebonia be the bad guys. And a burrow. Ooh, that's a picture I've never gone to see before. The Ambria, the Northern Jaegers, the Salt Pail. Yeah, we've seen pictures of that before. North Highlands. Okay, some of that's new. Magic crystals, though they do science with them. It's basically replaced cheap electricity, basically. Battle ornaments, the Ziffa. The Mirror, the Arcus, and the Ramda. Motion, invention of ornaments. It's Zemurian stuff. Yep. Your good old super tech of the past. Church. Magic artifacts made for the past. Beasts, Jaegers. Okay. One more overcomes one more barrier. Yeah.
Now.
Shh, Van, she's gonna find us. Hide from Sheena. Playing hide and seek again. I'll get out of your hair then. Just don't get yourselves in trouble, yeah? Catch me. Yeah, she always catches me instead, and then she makes me a hostage. Alright, be positive. We're gonna win today. I know it. That's right. I run as fast as I can. Good luck with that. She's dead claws. Want to play too? Wait, are you playing with her? No. Nah, just work. Stay safe with her, alright?
Not this way.
Okay. Boss is. Oh, so we can't talk to everybody. Yep, there's still
Wish
a
I could
run.
give her a good wax right now. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
What's he talking about? Check.
Huh?
Perhaps
Oh,
pick up
this
truck.
must be his garage.
Okay. Hi, Sheena. Yo, or wait, what are you doing here? Well, nothing, I'll just look for Harry. Could be my favorite novel. There's a little comic book there said I just want to talk to him about it. I promise. Don't terrorize him too much, Kay. Yeah. Interesting. Well, he's a Trails Pro Tag. Of course he gets along with the kids. She's threatened to tear up his comic book. Simply wonderful this morning. Montmartre never disappoints. Register my credit. Except for my sweet tooth. Bistro Montmartre. I like that. I like that. Van, good morning. You may, huh? Ames. Good to see you. Great to take on the world. Yumi. You brushed your teeth, washed your face, had breakfast. Better, else you're in big trouble. Geez, who's the adult between us two? Not you. You're too messy. You don't take care of yourself. Oh, did you make a new friend? Hello, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. She's adorable. My neighbors, they run the bistro here. After all. Oh, I remember. Yes, thank you for all your help earlier. To his office when I first came here. It was a big help. Paulette! So it's easy to find. You know, the first to come here looking for directions. I think to look for your office on top of a restaurant as cozy as this one, that caught me by surprise. That friendly, normal neighbors like these make for a nice front. There you go. Like that murky business of yours being right on top of mine. Two, Victor. Victor Montmartre. During the day, plan on coming. Oh, see you have a young lady with you today. So you try any funny business there, understood? A girl that young doesn't need a ruffian like you ruining her life. A little credit. I ain't that much of a degenerate. I just talked about how she's got the big tits. a normal client. Chill. Just because I have some business in it. Oh, they're so protective. You had a nice plan for dinner. We clear? Too many sweets, you'll get cavities. Nice, my sweet little Yumi. Can't forget that. Heart. I said, are we clear? Answer me, punk. Yeah, be careful. Are we in front of a client? All your neighbors look close. Know each other for a while now. And good luck out there. Stay safe. We'll get something for you in no time. Oh yeah, the times. I wanted to see... Messages. No. Notes. Ah, there we go. I was looking for this. Politics economy. Graham Hart administration rating 68%. That's 6% after the election. President 64 after the election. Dropped to 40 by his second year in office. Nothing more than redistribution of the reparation funds to the Empire. Police the free markets free trading to the Republic. Should be by 133. I'm not familiar with what's a good GDP growth. Failed to gain resources, base. 26 on rights of immigrant citizens occurs eastern and central part of the competitive markets. Graham Hart administration has been leading the Republic with stability, far surpassing that of previous administration, acting bold initiatives. Culture. Lugan takes the Grand Circuit. Maxim Lugan. Reigning champion of Z1 Racing. He's not quite the flirt. Okay, so we got some racing of some sort. Racing and motorsports. Major part of the orbital motorwheel country at Calvard. The Vern Company, a big famous company in the setting. So compete to show off their technology. It wouldn't initially be the perfect chance to show off the strength of Calvard's automotive industry against the liberal and the Empire. I guess the history of Quincy Bell. Quincy Company? Oh, yes, we've heard of them. Somebody was trying to scam using their name in the Crossbell games. New summer treat. A special selected assortment of bonbon chocolates. The brandy bonbon. The fragrance wiggle of cocoa powder on the outside and a brandy bite on the inside are a perfect blend that can be described as genius. Brand like Quincy Bell. And 100-year history. Could bring you a flavor so high class, so refined, so unforgettable. This bonbon collection also makes the perfect gift for anyone. Create sweet new memories with every bite. Want to keep Quincy Bell in your mind next time you need something to show your appreciation to that special someone. I'm liking the newspaper look here. Liking it. Ricky. Never accept less than 1,000. Oh, sorry, 1,000. 5 laws of a Spriggan. Only eat sweets once per day. Can hot morning shower and a dip in a sauna are blessings to oneself. LGC alignment, log, gray, and canvas. Interesting. 10 grand. SP 4. Pre-work coffee. No one does it better than Montmartre. Oh, I've gone on way too long. I got sucked in, but you know what? It was the first episode. It was the introduction to the game, and so it's a good sign when you get just sucked into playing it like this. So yeah, I guess we'll call it there. Oh, it's fun to be back. I'm liking the vibe so far. Van's turning out quite well. It's got a little bit of a different edge to him than the other pro tags have had. I mean, I know they can't change it with what they've decided with Ereboni and Calvard and how the war played out, but it's just going to be one of those little pet peeves of mine. Anyways, like I said, everyone, do share your thoughts and comments down below. No spoilers, but I'd love to hear your thoughts about our new pro tag and finally being in Calvard. Talk to you all soon.